Down
Yep.
this time
Great.
on my own. I was already doing it when you said something,
Okay.
so I get the credit.
Okay. Good job.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Welcome to Shadowfacts, a podcast about
Lord of the Rings, but only the horse parts.
and the gay parts. This is mostly just the horse parts, though.
God, we really found a way to get around the main problem of having a podcast, i.e., editing, by just doing a stream.
By just streaming. Yeah, let's maybe our next, because I don't know. Sometimes I have other podcast ideas, but maybe we could just have a pod a streamcast.
Do you actually want to? I have loved making Shadowfacts, but also I feel like it's been an important lesson about humility and the feasibility.
Yes, but also I love talking about my opinions.
I know, that's true. Well, you need to streamcast then, because talking about your opinions without the seatbelt of having to edit.
Yeah.
Francis says, you two are the gay parts.
Okay, fair.
Who can say? We're here today in the continued pursuit of the impossible, which is to come out the other end somewhere down the road with a ranked list of our favorite horses from Lord of the Rings, the screen adaptation and book combo.
Mm-hmm.
And also the Lord of the Rings that exists in our hearts.
Yep. That's the most important one.
That's the most important and yet the most ephemeral one.
Yeah. Yeah. Shall we introduce ourselves?
Yeah.
Great. I'm Wesley. My pronouns are he, him, and they, them. I love horses. And you can find me on co-host at horse-archivist or on Twitter at Joey the Prince. Despite my horse branding on co-host, all I have posted so far are knitting pictures. So
wow. Especially disrespectful to horses because horses fucking hate knitting.
Yeah, the hooves.
The hooves. I guess therefore horses also hate posting. Horses are, I think.
If you have a big enough keyboard, hooves are not a problem.
No, but I think posting is antithetical to horses. Like, I think part of what makes horses so beautiful and free, and part of what makes them really like speak to your heart and soul or whatever, is like they don't have any fucking idea about posting, and you can explain it to them, and that's part of the beauty of horses. And also, they're like legs and big deep eyes and shit.
Manes, tails flowing in the wind.
Yeah. I'm Leo.
Yeah.
I'm also here. And also I have opinions about horses. My pronouns are they, them, and you can find me on Twitter and co-host at Chalo and Behold. Francis says, there's a lovely robin right outside the window next to me. Just seen him poop.
Oh.
That's great. You're getting the full nature documentary experience.
Great. One time I saw a bald eagle poop.
Wow. Was it like more majestic than other birds pooping?
It was something. Because he was like really high up, but over the water. And it just went sort of flying.
Were you able to like track the poop? The trajectory of its fall?
Yep.
Wow. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I love you and respect you, but I don't think of you as having high, like, keep your eyes on the ball skill.
You've played catch with me. Is that why?
My point is, I'm really impressed that you're able to visually track that eagle poop.
Thank
Actually, I
you.
really need you to come back and play catch with me because no one in my life wants to play catch with me right now, and it's like a thing I really
Uh,
need. Is I need
yeah,
someone to toss a baseball with me.
yeah.
Okay. Should we get into the meat of it?
Yes. Will
Um,
you share your screen with me?
ugh, ugh. I
Like,
am. I have been.
oh,
Fuck
you
you.
are. You're just not on the screen that I forgot.
Yeah.
Sorry.
In order for this to happen, I am gonna need the chat to cast a very powerful banishing spell on this Gandalf. So if everyone could just pop your most powerful banishing spell in the chat, I think that would do the trick. Francis says, "Damn," presumably about your um ability to, you know,
Uh-huh.
keep your eye on the prize.
Mm, what if no one wants to banish Gandalf?
That's fine. This is gonna be a great short stream. We're just here. What do you think he's posting about?
You'll never believe what Pippin did now.
Jesus fucking Christ, not again.
He's just like vague posting about like subtweeting, I guess, about you know, Pippin and other members of the Fellowship
I gotta
or
be honest,
characters.
I think he's writing notes about poetry.
Okay, that too.
Oh shit. Francis says, I'm banishing
Oh,
him, Bandolph. And Emily says, poof. I think that does it.
damn.
Oh no. Oh, beans. Oh, get
Oh
out of
no.
here, Twitter. Okay.
Who's posting now?
Yeah. Okay. Are
Okay.
you ready?
Yes. My vote is for Candid.
Okay. Candid versus loose. Um, yeah, that makes sense. I know how little you respect my tabletop character, so
Look, I think they're cool, but
I know you like Candid and Obscura. It's okay.
yeah.
Emily says the poster has been exposed. I know. I after last time too, where I was like, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna live a better, safer life and just do window capture instead of screen capture. And yet here I am, still making mistakes.
Mm-hmm. Low Ice Skelly.
Versus loose. Daith
Remember when
versus
we thought
loose.
that that puzzle went that way?
What did it actually anagram to? Do you remember?
No. I don't I don't remember.
It's been totally supplanted by.
I don't know if it was one cuz it was Lois Kelly, right? And
Oh
I
yeah,
think there was a different name that ended up being something that we had just totally missed and we were I think.
yeah.
Nat is here and says hello. How are the horses?
Horsey. Free from the terrible knowledge of the internet
Yeah. Um
and antagonistic toward the fiber arts.
yeah.
Daith versus loose.
It's Daith for me.
Yeah, I've been the Daith
I
enjoyer.
You have been.
Um. Hmm. Francis says horses love to post. No, horses love to be tied to a post or to have a rider who is posting, but horses themselves would never. They know the pleasures of drinking a cold one with the boys and are not burdened with Twitter.
This is the biggest argument against Nat being a horse, you know.
Oh, is that Nat is online?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Nat, don't you want to Nat, don't you want to be free? Nat, don't you just want
Yeah.
to go run around in the field? Wouldn't it be nicer there? I do think this might be Dave.
Yeah.
Who's that big bay, comma, the chestnut
The chess.
versus loose? What is wrong with us? It makes me so mad every time. It's who's that big bay?
Yeah.
Silivrin versus loose.
I mean, I think it's Silivren, but I would not be mad about Loose.
Nat says about themselves notoriously online. I tried to explain a funny Tumblr post to my GF the other day and then realized how terribly online I am compared to them.
Oh no.
Nat says Silivrin. I didn't know you named a horse Silivrin.
Yeah, it's an elvish word for brilliant or sparkling.
Nat says I have a horse named Silivrin in my D&D game.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which I also found via searching Tolkien Elvish words. No! There was a really intense artistic process for us to arrive at Silivrin. It wasn't just, looking at the
Yeah,
dictionary.
called looking through a glossary.
uh, yeah, this is Silivrin. This is the battle of OCs, though, but it's my longtime tabletop OC versus Nat's horse OC.
I think you know who has to win that.
Oh, Nat says that he's the worst horse in the world. I made a chart of all the terrible things he does: bites people, steals food from children, etc. That sounds great.
Wow.
Congrats to Silivrin. Confidence alive versus loose.
I feel like historically you have been more passionate about Confidence Alive than I have been.
Uh,
So what
maybe.
what is your feeling here?
Hmm. We have been. I thought that we both had been excited about Confidence Alive, but maybe that's not true.
Maybe I wish that I remember because I know like we named various characters or various horses after Friends at the Table characters, and I wish I knew why we named this one Confidence Alive, you know?
Presumably because it was pretty and self assured. Or maybe, God, maybe it's the other way. Maybe this horse looked really
Yeah.
tragic.
Yeah. So I guess I don't have like I have the Friends at the Table resonance, but I don't actually have the the like horse resonance here.
Uh huh.
The like memory.
You're not vibrating on the horse frequency with Confidence Alive.
Not especially.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean yeah, I don't know. It's just it's not I feel conflicted about him.
I think I'm leaning Confidence Alive here.
Okay.
Burgundy versus Loose.
Now Burgundy I do have
Yeah.
feelings about.
Uh, and the feelings are.
Positive.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. That's okay.
Is it?
It is. Because there's a lot of horses.
There are.
And it's just not possible to avoid heart conflicts here in this
Yeah.
totally arbitrary thing that we've made up for ourselves and enforce ourselves.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You have been a Lynx liker. I mean, I have been too. I honestly want
You
to go
Lynx
loose
like
here, though.
her.
I would go loose here, but what do you think?
This is tough.
Yeah.
I have been the Lynx liker because I like the black ear tips.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe let's let the chat do this one.
Okay.
Let us know which of these L word horses you like. I just suddenly got so sleepy.
Yeah. Might
Emily
be
says
hitting me a little bit too.
loose. Nat says, I like Lynx. The black tipped ears is cute. Yeah, it is cute.
Hey, can you scoot your browser window to the left
Do you
to
mean the
reveal?
mine on the screen share or in the game? Or in the
I mean, it
stream?
is easier for me to see this chat if I can just look at it on your OBS.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yes. And I think that does not affect significantly the what the stream sees.
Yeah, I think that should be okay. We have 2 votes and a tie.
Uh Great.
Francis?
Hmm.
Actually,
Yeah.
I'm breaking the tie. I think I'm going Lynx. I do like the
Oh,
black
wow.
tipped ears.
Okay.
Loose, you know. Oh,
Oh,
fuck.
Francis just came in with loose.
Okay, so we're tied 2 and 2.
See, but my vote is also for loose.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess we're going loose then.
Okay.
Lynx versus Inyo Ross. This is Inyo Ross for
Mm,
me.
yeah.
Lynx versus Ceviche.
Oh, a beautiful chestnut standing in show horse pose.
With a tall
It's
rump
ceviche
and
for me.
Ceviche. Oh, maybe. There we go. Okay, Lynx versus Roquette.
Rocket.
The doing the doing a steppy factor really just is like an
Yeah.
exponential booster.
Yeah.
Oh, it's moving really slow today. Lynx versus Annika.
Um, I I don't know. I like them both for different reasons, but at approximately the same level, which
Tim
means
says
that
Tim
probably
is
it's going to
here
be Lynx
and says, "Oh my goodness, there is a stream." Yeah, hi Tim.
and stream. There is and stream,
There is and stream. Um, we're we're debating the merits of horses.
a thing we love to do on Sunday afternoons.
Yeah, we don't see many flaxens.
Yeah, I like I like the flax and chestnuts.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm fine with that. We can go Annika. Tim contributes
Okay,
to the debate. Well, I think horses are okay.
great.
Tim trying to catch a permaban on the horse fan chat. Lynx versus Pistachio.
Mm. I, I think probably Lynx here.
Yeah, Pistachio is such a cute name.
Yeah, it is possibly a seal brown. We love a seal brown.
We love horses that may or may not possibly might be in the right light if you squint to seal brown. And we definitely understand what seal browns are, so thank you for asking.
Hmm.
Um,
Well, now I vote for pistachio.
it's just such a cute name.
Yeah.
Lynx versus Joe Hiram.
Um, I mean, I think Lynx is probably a better horse. I have, a fondness for Joe.
Joe Hiram, I think, is one of my better name contributions to the entire like affair.
Uh-huh.
um, I gotta come up with another pun that works for Wesley.
Yeah. Well, Johiram came out of us talking about Elrond naming his sons things that started with the same first syllable
Mm-hmm.
as his name.
The twins.
And so then we were doing that with our names or our names at the time. And uh Johiram happened.
Joe Hiram happened.
Um, yeah.
Uh, I think I'm gonna go Lynx here.
Okay.
Snowmane versus Joe Hiram.
I guess it can be Snowmane.
Smelt. The thing about the thing about this choice is the element of chaos because Emma told us about how the sorter works, which is if we say that we like Joe Hiram better than Snowmane, it's like all the horses.
That we like better than Johiram. Well, sorry, what were you going to
It's
say?
all the horses. Then Joe Hiram wins out over every horse that we've said that we like less than Snowmane, which is a lot
Right.
of horses.
Yeah.
Tim says
I
who.
mean,
Tim says who would name their children something that starts with the same sound.
okay, but not just the same sound as each other, the same sound as Elrond. Like it's Elrond and then El
Elrond's adult sons.
Elrohir?
Oh,
El. Why don't I remember these
Eladin
names?
and
Eladan
Elrohir.
and Elrohir. Yeah, I
Yeah.
knew it was Elrohir. Um, yeah. So like, that would be like you naming your children both things that start with Tim.
Smelt versus Joe Hiram.
Timothy and Timbit.
Timbit. Wow.
Timber and Timpani.
Oh, wow. Timber's cute. Timpani is tim- um temerity. Timid.
Mm,
Tempestuous.
that's spelled with an E.
Nat the Canadian says Timbit?
Yes, as in Timbits from Tim Hortons.
I'm assuming she's aware.
I mean, yes, but I don't know if she's confused by my use of Timbit. Went to college in New York for a while. That,
You have gone really robot all of a sudden.
oh no. Still?
No, it's better now.
Okay, maybe I was talking too loud.
Smelt versus Joe Hiram. Strad versus Joe Hiram. I'm the Strad fan.
Uh, yes. Yeah, Strat is fine.
Dublin versus Joe Hiram.
Dublin.
Yeah. Nat says too excited about Tim Hortons, cut off by the stream. Ace versus Joe Hiram.
Ace.
Royd versus Joe Hiram. Emma wants to know. Emma's actually here now and asked if she missed any big upsets. No,
Yeah, the Loose
Luce
versus
got
Lynx
bullied for a
battle.
while, but and
Yeah,
his
and
mom says
then
hi
when we were
to
all
me.
ready to vote for her,
Hi,
you were
Emma's mom.
like, "No, I think Lynx is better."
Yeah, listen, I'm allowed to be mean to my own tabletop character.
Um, I don't remember why did we name Royd?
Because Royd is
Do you have
one
any
of
idea?
Tolkien's sons.
Oh wait, did I take off my one working headphone?
Hello?
Yes, sorry, I took off my right headphone, and that's the only one that works.
Great. I think Royd is one of Tolkien's sons.
Oh,
It's Christopher and Royd, maybe?
huh,
Or grandsons?
huh. Um, I mean, we'll go Vibrant. I
Great.
can't say no to a
Oh,
Vibrant Bay.
great grandson, um, who was actually in the movie, who was actually in
Oh,
Return. He was a ranger.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um, we can do Joe Hiram here.
I said that I would go with Royd
Oh,
because I
okay.
can't say no to a Vibrant Bay.
Oh, okay. I was just not listening to you. Royd it is.
Yeah.
Rue versus Joe Hiram. The lanky, rusty bay with the skinny jaw. You described him as charboiled. Charbroiled.
Yeah. I guess Rue.
You sound unhappy about that.
I don't know. I I just feel conflicted, but I think Rue wins out.
Okay. Alata versus Joe Hiram.
Hmm. Hmm. How do we feel about Alata
I think positively. I think Alata is in that first trio of elf horses that we see. It's Alata and Noro and Bellagrock.
and Silivrin?
No, it's only three, so maybe it's Silivrin
Oh,
and maybe it's not Alata here. There's an easy way to see. Yeah, no, you're right. It's Silivrin and Noro and Bellagrock. I think Alata is one of the horses from when everyone is arriving at
there.
the. Yeah,
Oh yeah, Mirkwood elves arrive.
yeah.
Mm, nah, then I vote Joe Hiram.
Okay. Tim says, uh, I had to walk away because of the children, but I did know a family in which everyone's initials were JH, including the dog. That's great. Yeah, I know a
Wow.
family where everyone's initials are BB.
Oh.
Ooh, fish face. I feel like we need like a song that
Yeah, we need
plays
like a
and
little
sirens
soundboard
when
like
the fish
jingle.
face. Um, because we're deep in our fish phase.
Yeah, it's Marlin,
Yeah.
obviously.
Um, God, a fish phase. It really like when we run the numbers at the end. Fish phase is gonna. It has such a strong impact.
Yeah.
Oh no, Emily. Emily says we did it, Joe. Here and then Hiram in parentheses. Bad. Get out.
Uh,
Oh, I did it. I'm gonna save because it's taking a long time.
Okay.
Okay, Alata versus December.
Mm, I, I feel pulled toward December.
Yeah, December was really cool, as from what I recall. And this quartet of elf horses are like kind of respectfully busted. um,
Uh, what do you mean?
like they're not the prettiest elf horses we see.
Yeah, well, we don't see them as well as we see a lot of the other elf horses because they like gallop up and dismount. And also, yeah, it's like Legolas is on that blocky headed, like sparse maned horse.
With no
And
forelock.
yeah, um,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
god, Juliet is here and says, "Ooh, are we horsing around?"
yes, we are.
Wow, everyone coming out of the woodwork with their horse puns. You love to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Alata versus Angelica. I think.
Uh,
mm,
yeah,
Well, I was gonna say Alata, but Dark Chocolate Bay.
I know.
Maybe it's
That's
Angelica.
yeah, that's about where I'm at too.
Alata versus Bevel.
Bevel.
Alata versus Arthur, the taper.
Arthur.
Alata versus Copperfoot.
Hmm. Copperfoot.
Okay. Alata versus Goose.
Aw, goose.
Alata versus Grit.
Um, yeah, I mean, probably grit.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Alata versus Blaze.
Nope, that's not what that says.
Alata versus Shazam, a horse with a blaze. Juliet says, "Wow, we're really close to a pivotal percent done." That is straight up how I marketed
Yes.
the stream today. I think this is
Uh,
Shazam.
yeah.
Shazam. Alata versus
Mm-hmm.
Cedar.
Mm,
This might be Alata here.
sure.
Nouveau versus Cedar.
Nouveau.
I've been listening to too much A More Civilized Age because my brain keeps wanting to autofill Nouveau to Nouveau Vindi from the Clone Wars.
Great.
Um, you said you're voting Nouveau?
I think so.
Yeah,
It's tough because, like, again, Nouveau
the worst
without
of the trio.
the set is probably inferior to Cedar,
Not much
but
of a collector's item by themselves.
as part of the trio, important.
Emily says the same about Nouveau Vindi. Um, yeah, yeah, that's fine. We toggle back and forth so frequently about whether or not context is important.
Yeah.
Canoodle versus
It's
Cedar.
important when we feel like it.
Yeah, that's the tagline of the podcast.
uh Canoodle? Maybe. Mm, like Canoodle is, in the scene with Caress, and Caress is getting caressed, but Canoodle is not getting
Canoodle
canoodled.
wish they were getting canoodled, you know?
So I might go Cedar here.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I like Cedar. I
Yeah.
find all of the kind of like asymmetrical markings very charming, and I think Cedar is a great horse name.
Yeah.
Canoodle versus Noro.
Mm, mm, I feel like I historically have not really voted for Noro other over other horses a lot, but right now I'm feeling it.
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, I feel like Noro themselves is not that impressive, but if we're in a yes context phase, Noro is part of
Yeah,
that trio of the first elf horses we see, which is
first
important
elf
to
horses
Sam.
we named elvish names and set ourselves on a course of having to come up with so many fucking elvish horse names.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, let's do Noro.
Okay.
Juliet says Return of the Kings would probably be a Return of the King singular would probably be a different movie. Return of the Return of the Kings plural is about the boys returning to the Shire.
Yes.
There it goes. Canoodle versus Astrolabe.
Mm, I I don't have strong feelings about Astrolabe, but I feel like you do, and I'm fine with that.
I don't have strong feelings about Astrolabe. I just like saying the word Astrolabe. Um,
Okay.
these are two horses that both got named for things that aren't really about them.
Yeah.
We can go
Why?
either way
What?
here.
Wait. Why did I name Astrolabe Astrolabe?
I don't. That's a great question. Maybe its brand looked like an astrolabe to me.
Maybe. Huh.
Which way do you want to go here?
Canoodle.
Okay, works for me. Pigeon versus astrolabe. That's pigeon.
Pigeon. So
Ernililin
glad
versus
Nat is here for
astrolabe.
this.
That's Ernililin.
Yeah.
God, I love the name Ernililin. It's really fun to say, and it's like cute. I think we did a
Sort
good
of
job
cutting out
constructing
from.
this name, but looking at the Nililin does
I
cause me
I know.
psychic damage.
Yeah. I know.
Cirrus
Cirrus.
versus Astrolabe. Cirrus. Caitlin versus Astrolabe.
Caitlin.
Vote up. Tarp of Tarpaulin versus Astrolabe. Tarp. Chalcedony or Chalcedony. Dealer's choice.
um. Sorry, I was looking at how to start my next row of knitting. Chalcedony.
Okay. Fake and Brand versus Astrolabe. I'm going to vote Fake and Brand. I am the Fake and Brand fan.
Okay.
Durnolf versus Astrolabe.
Journal.
Spinel versus Astrolabe.
Maybe Astrolabe here. I don't
Okay.
know. I don't.
Emma says, boy, that
Albatross.
really chalices my Donny. Spinel versus Albatross. I think it's Albatross for me.
Yeah. Same.
Spinel versus Two Quernerin.
Hmm.
Two
Probably
Quernerin
two Quernerin.
being the second evolution of New Quernerin.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we can do Two Quernerin.
Okay.
Spinel versus Andy. This is Andy for me.
Okay.
Spinel versus Appa.
Appa.
Spinel versus Matryoshka. I think Matryoshka.
Okay.
Spinel versus Chicory.
Chicory.
Spinel versus Moonshadow. I think this is
Shadow.
Moonshadow. Spinel versus Hadha.
Um. I don't have a strong feeling here.
Chat, this one's all you. Spinel versus Hadha. Spying the L versus Had. Ha!
Or Hava.
Yeah, I do like the softie. One vote for Hadha. One vote for Spinel. Another for Hadha. Nat says, Emma, how come we always disagree?
Damn.
I think I'm calling it for Hadha.
Hava.
Yeah,
Okay.
Tim votes in as well. And Emma says, IDK, I guess your opinions are just bad. Ooh. Spinel versus Megillah 2.
Megillah 2.
Yeah.
It's the touched by Aowen thing.
Oh, come on, buddy. There we go. Spinel versus Tupperware. That's Tupperware for me.
Where?
This is a bad run for Spinel. Spinel versus Bannertail.
Spinel.
Okay. Feles. It's time.
Bless it.
It's time. It's time again. It's been episodes. It's multiple episodes.
Uh-huh.
It's been
Okay.
hours.
Okay.
You
Man,
know,
how do we choose between these two horses?
wait, I'm sorry. Spool me up again. I'll be ready this time.
Man, I don't know how we're gonna choose between these two horses.
gotta you gotta take the lesson of two evils. Thanks for the alley oop. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Okay. Star versus Bannertail. it,
Um,
I think Falessen has only come up in the sorter like 3 times somehow, even though we're on battle number 2000.
yeah. I think Star here.
Okay. Truffle versus Bannertail.
Truffle.
Juliet says, "Where's all the wait?" Nut says, "Took a long time to get there, but we sure got there eventually." Tidhild versus Bannertail.
It held.
That really hilds my tids, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, we hit 68%.
Oh.
We're getting closer. Tchotchke versus Bannertail.
Tchotchke.
Ginger Snap versus Bannertail.
Ginger Snap.
Rose versus Bannertail.
Rose.
Paneer, the horse with panniers versus Bannertail. I think
Paneer.
it's Paneer. Macadamia versus Bannertail.
Macadamia.
Streak versus Bannertail.
Mm,
Maybe Bannertail.
okay.
Streak versus Dad.
Yeah.
Dad's getting an upvote on the stream. You heard it here. Shadowfacts supports dads.
No, fuckdads.com.
Streak versus Bustle.
We support dad jokes, but not dads. Except him.
Except
And me
him.
once I'm one.
Mm-hmm. Streak versus Bustle. Bustle.
Okay.
Stylus versus Streak.
Stylus. Sorry, did you hear that?
I did. The sorter
Okay. Yeah.
is
No worries.
thinking. Tim says thank you for the exclusion. Francis says, Wesley, what about me?
Okay, also once you're a dad. But you know what I mean.
Streak versus Brave. I think Streak, maybe.
Okay.
Do you
Really?
do you want brave?
I think I want brave.
Okay. Streak versus warm up. This is warm up.
Streak.
Uh oh.
Oh,
Uh oh. Conflict.
warm
What do
up
we
is.
do? Do you have your PowerPoint for streak?
Oh my God. No, I'm fine with warm up.
Streak versus Lyle.
Hmm.
This is streak.
Okay. Hey, I'm hitting the yawning point and we're at almost an hour in.
Yeah, it's a little short of that because we took a long
We
time to get
started.
started, but we
Yes,
can take our break
but
now if you want.
okay. Thank you. I would like that.
Sure thing. Okay, everyone. We will be back in 5 to 10 minutes.
Yes.
Yep.
Go re up your snacks, whatever you need to do.
Go stare deep into your soul because you'll need it for the coming battles.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
We're back. We're here.
We are back.
We're completely without fear of making decisions about horses.
Wow. I think that's a lie.
No, it's totally true. I've never felt fear. Emma says in all caps, "Emily, wake up!" In fact, to show you how without fear I am of conflict or decisions or horses. Oh, actually, I need to banish Gandalf. Get out of here. Steps. Boom. Done.
Ow. Just like that.
Emily is up. She's here. She made it. Welcome back. Penumbra or Lyle.
Penumbra.
Crestnut or Lyle. Crest
Crest
nut.
nut.
Really crests my nut.
Oh.
Harry versus Lyle.
Harry.
Yeah. Pickle versus Lyle. It's obviously
Pickle.
Lyle.
Obviously, pickle.
Standard versus Lyle.
Mm,
Nat says Crestnut is great. Yeah, it's gotta love a good portmanteau.
mm-hmm.
Portman hoof, I guess, for a horse is more appropriate.
Uh-huh.
Nat also says Harry
Uh,
versus Lyle. Just a couple of guys.
yeah, except Harry is like, don't harry me. I'm being harried. I feel harried, etc. Nat says standard as in risky standard, more like standard as in standard bearer.
Did we mean this as in standard bearer, or did we mean this as standard as in the huge?
Like a standard bay.
The
We might have meant it as the
factor.
huge.
Yeah, standard as in factory standard.
I don't know.
Emma says, "Isn't Harry versus Lyle that singer?" Emma's grumpy because I made her listen to a Harry Styles song in the car today.
Oh my god.
It's good. I
Okay.
think that Harry
I
kid
mean, I
might be
believe
onto
you.
something.
I haven't really listened to any Harry
Can
Styles, but
I?
I haven't like been intentionally avoiding him.
Yes. There's one that's like a TikTok. I mean, a bunch of them are TikTok sounds right now. But from his new album, As It Was, is been like stuck in my head for a while.
Okay.
Emma says it was fine. It was a totally fine song.
Okay.
Um, do you want standard or do you want Lyle?
I want standard.
Francis says, I have been intentionally avoiding Harry. He will not leave me alone. Oh, and Juliet earlier said, wow, that's a red flag, and then clarifies, to be clear, about a standard being a flag and not about making your partner listen to Harry Styles. I don't know, I think according to Emma, it was a bit of a red flag.
Aiden versus Lyle. Aiden.
Yeah.
Bay.
Mantle versus Lyle.
Mantle?
Yeah. Victor versus Lyle. I think Victor. Why do we name this horse Lyle?
I don't know. Sometimes I give things random man names.
Yeah, but like some of our other random man names are more charming, like Harold.
Or Brian.
Or Brian. Yep. I think we were all also thinking about Brian the horse. Martin with a Y or Lyle.
Martin. Oh my god. Shadowfacts versus Mustard
They really
James.
snuck a difficult one up on us after a bunch of, non-starters.
Yeah. Damn.
What if it's Mustard James? And then every horse that we've ranked below Shadowfacts gets ranked below Mustard James.
Emma says it has to be Mustard James. Shadowfacts literally has a podcast named after him.
Who can... I don't know what podcast, but there's got to be at least one.
Hold on. I need to look something up.
Oh, are you looking for the podcast named Shadowfacts?
No.
I just want to see what it feels like to click this. I just want to see. I just want to see. Oh. It's a bad.
Oh
That's
no.
a bad. That's a bad future.
Okay. I need to read some excerpts
Mm-hmm.
from The Lord of the Rings by J.R.R. Tolkien. That is Shadowfax. He is the chief of the Maris, lord of horses, and not even Theoden, king of Rohan, has ever looked on a better. Does he not shine like silver and run as smoothly as a swift stream? He has come for me, the horse of the White Rider. We are going to battle together. Uh oh, also, Gandalf says at some point in the Two Towers. But as for your gift, Lord, I will choose one that will fit my need, swift and sure. Give me Shadowfax. He was only lent before, if loan we may call it, but now shall ride him into great hazard, setting silver against black. I would not risk anything that is not my own, and already there is a bond of love between us.
Yeah, it's all about the
You
love,
choose well, said
baby.
Theoden, and I give him now gladly. Yet it is a great gift. There is none like to Shadowfax. In him one of the mighty steeds of old has returned. None such shall return again.
Nat says, "What if I record Mustard James facts right now and upload it? What then?" Nat, please do. Here's all the Mustard James facts for you. Done. Earthy khaki or tan with black points. Return of the King. That's it. Those are the facts.
Wow.
We do have to give name credit to Francis for Mustard
Yes.
James.
Yes.
Emma says, "Wow, so we're horse monarchists now."
No, I just think Tolkien writes about him with great lyricism.
Yeah, and like he's always compared
He's
to the wind
like
or
an arrow
birds.
from the bow, the great horse sprang away. Even
Yeah.
as they looked, he was gone, a flash of silver in the sunset, a wind over the grass, a shadow that fled and passed from sight.
Nat says about Mustard James facts, short podcast. Yeah, that might actually be in its favor. Speaking to you from year 3 of Shadowfacts runtime. We do,
Look, I love Mustard James.
we
I
do
think
have
he
to
has a
vote
fantastic
Shadowfacts.
name. I think Shadowfacts is the choice.
The so-called intellectual thinkers. Thick Arod versus Mustard James.
I think it's the Garrod.
Yeah. Hubris versus Mustard James. I
Mm.
think it might be Hubris.
I think it is too, but that feels, I don't know.
It's tough. We're back.
It's
We have
harder.
not had an actual difficult choice all day, and now here we are.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it is hubris.
It's Mustard James over Antimacassar.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Antimacassar versus Arod.
Ugh.
Emma's upset with our choice. Listen, you can do your own horse
Which
bracket and right our
which
wrongs.
choice? Which choice, Emma? Shadowfax over Mustard James, or
Emma's.
Mustard James over
Oh.
Antimacaster, or oh, hubris over Mustard James, probably.
Yeah, she does kind of menacingly say hubris will be your downfall.
Yeah, well,
Antimacassar versus the Myriad. This was
wait,
Arod,
what did,
right?
yeah.
I think it's
Ah,
the
this is the
Myriad.
Myriad. Yes, it is.
Antimacassar versus a murder of horses.
Okay, I vote
Oh shit!
Antimacaster here.
We just hit 69.
Hell yeah.
Wow, 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 wow.
Nice.
Nice. Really bask in this moment. It took this is this is like a 15-hour joke. It's taken us 15 hours to get to 69%.
Um, okay. I vote antimacassar over a murder of horses,
Do you
which
really?
might really throw things weirdly because of other choices we've made. But
I don't know that I agree with you.
I didn't think you would.
Yeah, antimacassar is cool, but like, God, they're so important to Fellowship. Like those
Yeah,
those
it's
horses are the
true.
main antagonist of Fellowship, and they fucking pull it off. They carry it. They're so scary.
Yeah. But antimacassar has a great name, and the name has great lore.
Uh huh. It does.
Like, I'm pretty sure I agree with you. I just don't want to.
do
You
you
know?
not want to agree with me because you don't want to agree with me, or because
No,
um
because I am fond of antimacassar.
yeah,
And like I think you're right, but I still don't want to give them up
yeah.
in this way. Um,
I mean, we're not giving them up. Like antimacassar is.
no, it's true.
I think antimacassar is going to be in the top 100 for sure.
Hmm. Um, yeah, I mean, I am thinking about like, I don't know, like the discussions we had in like the first couple episodes about like horses and like horse morality
Yeah,
and like that was a whole thing. And then like you're right. I mean, they are
and they're
like
goopy.
so
They're so drippy,
effective
which is, you
in
know,
that first movie.
they got a goop stat.
Yeah.
I already clicked the
Okay.
button like a while
I
ago.
see that.
But I am
I'm
listening to but I am
choosing
here and
to
I'm
not be
listening to you.
offended.
Antimacassar versus Hossifel.
It's Hossifel, isn't it?
I love to hear you say that because you're such a weird Hossifel hater. Okay,
Yeah, I said it
Antimacassar,
begrudgingly, to
but
be clear.
but you said it. A win is a win. Antimacassar versus Strawberry.
No, I can't make these choices.
mm,
And Macassar.
over Strawberry?
Over Strawberry?
Over Strawberry? The only
The
strawberry roan
Strawberry
in Middle
Roan.
Earth who's named
I don't think
Strawberry?
it's. Oh my God. The only dark glossy bay who's named
There's so
Antimacassar.
this is the only horse named Antimacassar. I'll give you that.
Does everyone know the Antimacassar lore?
You can tell the story if it will make you feel better, and then we can vote Strawberry and move on.
Oh my God. You're so mean to me.
I know, it's so fun. Tell your story, though.
Mm, hold on. I'm figuring out where I am in my knitting.
Oh, Juliet does
Ooh,
not know this
Juliet
story.
doesn't.
Perfect.
Okay. Okay. So, antimacassar is the word for a few things. One, and it's sort of working backwards, it is the name for okay, on like furniture, like an armchair, you know how there's sometimes like a square of fabric or like crocheted doily or whatever that like goes over kind of the back like headrest area of like a tall backed armchair. That's called an antimacassar. It's meant to protect the fabric underneath. It's named after that part of a sailor's uniform that has like the square backed collar which was called an anti, which is also protect the uniform underneath, called an catter
Oh, hold on,
in
hold on.
their
Pause,
hair.
pause your story because you went super robot-y, and I don't want people to miss
Oh
it.
no.
It started off. Um, the flap on a sailor's uniform is called an antimacassar, and it's to protect the clothing
The fabric
underneath.
underneath,
Okay.
because they were using antimacassar oil in their hair. It's, from a tropical tree or something. It's hair oil. And so it's really an antimacassar is a goop protector or a
Wait,
protector
is
from
the
goop and
oil?
anti-goop.
Yeah. So the oil is called macassar, not antimacassar, right?
Right. Oh,
Yeah. So
yes.
it's an
Sorry. Yes. So it's
anti-macassar.
yes, it's macassar oil, and yes, literally an anti-macassar
I love that.
became
I think
uniform part and then furniture accessory.
more things should just be named like that straightforwardly of like anti blank.
Yeah. It's named anti-hair gel.
Love it. Um, as with all things, like human civilization is about the management of goops. All of history
Mm-hmm.
is about goops and where they ought and ought not go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so strawberry,
Fine.
antimacassar versus ilsifen.
Why are they torturing me like this?
It's kind of rough. Juliet said, I think Mark said that about the goops. I am also an antimacassar fan, but I do think this is ilsifen.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Antimacassar versus LaRue. I think this could be antimacassar, but you like Punchy and LaRue more than I do. The monkey's paw curls as Wesley frantically searches for a W for antimacassar.
Okay, I think it is antimacassar,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not happy about it.
Idriel versus LaRue. I think it might
Okay,
be Idriel. Because Idriel stands
why?
because I was getting ready to say it. Idriel stands out in my head as being very pretty.
It doesn't say that. You should have written that if you thought that.
The point of the notes to be was to be objective, and sometimes we failed in that.
I, I don't think the point for notes was to be objective.
They are a scientist's observations, Wes.
Yeah, and sometimes the scientist is like, wow, that horse is beautiful. And then they should fucking write down that observation.
Do you need LaRue here to be happy and whole?
I just like, they're both gray dapples.
Mm-hmm.
I do like a gray dapple with dark point.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll give it that. LaRue has a friend.
Yeah.
It's all about the love.
Oh, fuck. You can't use my own thesis against
I
me. That's
can,
fucked
I
up.
can,
No,
and
you
I
can't.
will.
Damn it. Fuck. LaRue does have a friend. Okay, fine. LaRue.
Okay.
Idriel versus Swarce.
Yep. What's it gonna be?
Idriel.
Okay.
Cinnamon versus Swarce.
Uh, okay, sorry. Hold on just a second. I'm I have a knitting problem.
Uh-oh. Is the knitting problem you're having that you're knitting during the stream?
No.
Okay, I just thought I would check.
Oh, that's why. Okay. Okay. Um, did you choose Idriel over Source?
I did, yeah.
Or that was the choice, right? Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
But now it's cinnamon
Um,
versus Swarce.
yeah, I'm leaning towards cinnamon,
Yeah, I know you're the
although
cinnamon fan.
I'm
I
I'm
like Swarce,
fond of
but I'm fine.
Source.
I'm okay with going cinnamon here.
I am torn here. I love I love how short Swarce is.
Very short
He's a
boy.
very short boy.
He's just a very short boy.
And like the rider's armor fits badly. They're just like a mess. It's
Yeah,
it's very
Swarce is
charming.
Swarce is all of us, you know.
Yeah. Um, but like cinnamon is a great color,
Mm-hmm.
has rain decor, I love that.
Maybe we should go Swarce.
Decorated rain. Okay.
Vindication versus cinnamon.
Uh Indication. It's
Vindication is
cinnamon here
about.
for me.
Okay,
Yeah, but
this
it's
is
cinnamon for me.
this is like an inside baseball thing for me because Vindication is about the name we named it Vindication because you and I were fucking yelling at each other about colors as we did for so much of the
Yes.
runtime of the podcast, which I can
Uh-huh.
now look back on fondly and with nostalgia.
Uh-huh. Yes, and presumably I agreed that we could call this Yellowy Bay,
Yeah, I think that is the specific
and
ground.
you felt vindicated. Yeah, I mean, I'll accept vindication.
Cinnamon versus Gesso.
Mm,
I like Gesso,
I know you do,
but
but cinnamon.
it can be cinnamon here. That's okay.
I want it to be cinnamon.
Okay. Windrider versus Gesso.
Wind Rider. Will
Okay.
you accept that?
Yeah. Yeah. I can make it work. Poem versus Gesso.
What do you think?
I don't know. This is tough. This was so
Yeah.
easy in the first half, and they saved up all the hard ones for the second half. Because the scientific observation true facts notes says pretty dapple.
Uh,
I don't know. Which way are you leaning?
uh, I think I'm leaning toward Pum, which I don't know. I may be just reinventing the same joke that I made up when we first named this horse. Maybe not. But we named this horse Pum, which is French for apple, and it's a dapple. And if you put an apostrophe between the D and the
Dapple.
apple of the apple, it's like horse of apple.
I don't know if that's the joke that you made at the time, but I do like it enough now to push me towards
Pum.
Dapple. Paladine versus Gesso.
Mm.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I like Gesso, but this might be Paladine.
Yeah, I feel, I don't know, close to equal, but could let the chat have this one.
Yeah, let's do that. Throw it to our pack of dogs, comma the chat. Paladine or Gesso. Paladine is a light gray dapple with dirt on. And because of the weird like color grading on the shot, its shoulder looks like it is made of like golden veined marble.
Yeah.
Gesso is a darker bay with seal brown coloring around the nose. It kind of fades to sienna, like reddish brown, and it has a really drippy star that like drips down into its stripe. Emma says
2 votes for
Paladine,
Paladine.
love a dirty guy. Emily also says Paladine.
I mean, we should know that the Friends at the Table fans will choose the horse named after a Friends at the Table thing.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, should we call it for Paladine?
Yeah, I think
Oh
so.
yeah, Nat just chimed in with Paladine as well.
Okay.
Nat and Emma in agreement for once.
Wow,
That really
on the
seals
same
it.
team.
Wow.
Okay.
Blunt versus Gesso.
Um, I mean, probably Gesso.
It can be Blunt here.
It's just funny.
Obscura versus Gesso.
Obscura
For you,
for me.
can I have Gesso here?
Fine.
Obscura versus Ironfoot. Nat says I almost considered changing my mind just to keep
Oh
disagreeing.
my God.
I love the pettiness of the thought, and I also love the pettiness of admitting to the thought in the public forum.
Yeah. Um, no, I choose Obscura here.
Over Ironfoot? That's fine by me.
Yes.
Yeah. Cream versus Ironfoot, that's Cream.
Yeah.
Resurrection versus Ironfoot. I think I want
Ooh.
Resurrection.
Yeah, I think so.
Scout versus Ironfoot, I want Scout.
Okay.
Sunny versus
Sunny.
Ironfoot, okay. Beignet versus Ironfoot. I went Beignet, the bay standing in dun lighting.
Poor Ironfoot.
Ironfoot versus Dancer.
Man. I, I think it's Dancer.
Yeah. You've been a Dancer fan through and through.
Yeah.
Barathor versus Ironfoot. Mm.
I think Barathor.
I think Barathor too. I like Ironfoot, but this is about neural pathways.
Yeah.
Farm Boy versus Ironfoot. It's Farm Boy.
Yeah.
Shrimp versus Ironfoot. It's Shrimp.
It is
Shrimp. Filthy Horse Boys versus Ironfoot.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Hmm. I I feel like the Filthy Horse Boys have not won the battles they've been in so far.
Yeah.
But
Do you need to vote them up? We do get
well,
cool
not
shots of them.
necessarily, but yeah, that's what I'm thinking is like there are some nice shots of them sort of galloping home and like they're strung out a little bit. Um and
Yeah. I
it's
I'm
good.
I'm into it. I'm into the Horse Boys here.
Okay.
Mouse versus Ironfoot. I think that's Mouse.
Yeah.
Ele-
It's fascinating because like Ironfoot is presumably a very pretty horse if it's similar to Firefoot, but we just like don't have the emotional resonance.
yeah. Yeah. Um it's true.
Here I could go either way.
Elagast versus Ironfoot.
Like maybe if I saw them each, I would feel more definitive, but I don't. I've gotten mixed up between like who was Elagast and who was Idriel and who was I don't know who else,
Yeah. Yeah,
you know?
it's a lot of horses to keep and rotate in your mind like cubes.
Yeah.
It's a lot of horses to keep in your mind stable. Hey, Wesley, who's in your mind stable? Please give me a tour.
Oh my God, I have to warn you, there's very poor horse continuity in my mind stable.
It's the royal stables all over again. Horses flickering in
Yeah.
and out of existence.
Yep.
Um,
Really, that is kind of how my mind works in terms of being able to visualize things. Like,
yeah, I feel like I generally have like low visualization, but when
yeah.
I do, it can be very vivid and very like striking. And I feel like
Mm,
I don't have a lot of conscious control about
yeah.
it's not a dial I can tune. It is a dial that is turned sometimes, but not by me.
Yeah. I have like poor spatial memory, I think, and poor visualization, which means that if I try to remember how a thing is situated or shaped or like how a house is constructed or whatever, it turns into the royal stables. It is like I cannot like reconstruct a thing in a way that makes sense,
Mm-hmm.
really.
Yeah. Yeah. Same. 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 Same.
Okay. Um, which brings us back to Elagast versus
Can't
Ironfoot.
talk art in curating my minds. I'm currently mucking out the stalls in my mind stable. I'm
Ah,
I'm restacking hay in the very large hay tower in my mind stable.
oh wow. Okay.
Um, I think I'm leaning Elagast.
Okay. Oh man, I just had such a visceral memory of like being in the tack room and which is where like the grain was kept
Mm-hmm.
because some of the horses, would get some grain or mash or whatever in the evening.
Mm-hmm.
And like the smell of
Yeah.
and sound of like scooping the bran or whatever. Wow.
Yeah. I'm thinking about when you're up on those stacks of hay bales. There's like loose hay, and
Hmm.
stepping like from bale to bale, and sometimes if you put your foot wrong in between the bales, depending on how it was stacked, your foot and leg would just disappear into the void between bales.
Right. Okay,
Oh my
Elagast
god,
it
it took
is.
that entire reminiscence to
Oh wow.
reconfigure the
Okay.
universe.
Grim
Grim Grim.
Grim.
Shield Maiden versus Ironfoot.
It's Shield Maiden for me.
Yeah, I agree. Pole of Tarpaulin versus Ironfoot.
Paul.
Narrow Cheek, who is a lanky, rusty red horse in the royal stables. Not this description.
Yes. Yes. Horse with the swapped description. I might go Ironfoot here.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Narrow Cheek versus Plato's LaCroix.
There's LaCroix.
Narrow Cheek versus Sunglow.
Mm, Sunglow.
Yeah, you're the Sunglow guy.
I love sun on a horse. Sunny, Sunglow. Love them
Mm-hmm.
both.
Narrow Cheek versus Telperion. This is Telperion.
Yes.
Narrow Cheek versus Ongren.
Mm. I think Ongren.
Okay. Detomine versus Narrow Cheek.
Dominic.
Leo Beam versus Narrow Cheek.
Leia Beam.
Narrow Cheek versus Jamini.
Gemini.
I think
Um,
this might be Narrow Cheek for me.
Gemini.
Oh,
Damn.
oh. I like Narrow
Mm,
Cheek because he's just a little birthday boy, you know?
yeah, the scrawny little guy.
Yeah. He's got big
Okay.
just a little guy energy, which I do like.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Okay. Darling versus Jamini.
Um,
I don't remember why we named this horse Darling.
I don't know. I vote Gemini here.
Okay. Darling versus Bluefin. Fish
Bluefin,
face.
fish face.
Madrona versus Darling. This is Madrona.
Madrona.
Darling versus
Hey, we
Germania.
hit 70%.
Nice. Do you want to keep going for a little bit, or do you want to be?
We can go 10 more minutes. I'm
Yeah.
not yawning yet.
Okay. Germanion versus Darling. I think it's Germanion for me.
Yes.
Darling versus Baragond.
Uh,
That says Wesley giving
Ba-
up on the correct pronunciation of Gemini Lamau.
I'm still pronouncing it correctly, which is my general approach with Leo's pronunciation after I've corrected it once.
um, I gotta keep people guessing because sometimes it's malicious and sometimes it's
Yeah, it's just, yeah, Leo is just being mean to me because I'm a Gemini.
mm-hmm. Just say it once. Try it on for size. It's got a nice feel to it.
No.
I don't know why you're being such a Gemini about this.
Oh my God.
Darling or Baragond? I think I'm leaning
Baragond.
Baragond, yeah. Darling or Viridian? I think Viridian.
Viridian.
Darling versus the Banner Horses. I might go the Banner Horses here.
Banner horses, yeah.
Okay. Darling versus Stanley. I think it's Stanley.
Yeah. Sorry, I was distracted thinking about this TikTok my sister sent me about like making fun of people choosing a certain kind of baby name.
Mm-hmm.
And it specifically was like people who own their own spinning wheels.
Wow. Well, Wesley,
And well,
that doesn't apply to you because you own so many. You own multiple spinning wheels. That the joke is up for only for people who
only
own one
three.
spinning wheel. Very different.
But like Francis and I literally have a channel in our Discord that's just baby names, some more serious than others.
Do
But
you
like,
do you and do you and Frankie have your own Discord?
yes, it's called Boyfriends.
What could it
It's
mean?
great. There's like a house business channel,
Mm-hmm.
there's a food channel, it's fantastic.
Yeah, that's fair. I guess Em and I are a Google Docs household and not a Discord household.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Discord is easier for me,
That
but
makes sense. Okay, Stanley.
Stanley.
Darling versus Egress. I'm gonna vote Egress. I
Yeah,
like
that's
that
fine.
guy. Darling versus Tambourine.
Francis says, "Excuse me, all the names are serious, including Ruckus and Mayhem." Tambourine.
Darling versus Toast. It's Toast.
Toast.
Darling versus Osprey. It's Osprey for me.
Osprey.
Francis says, even casserole. And Emily says, Evan and I have a Slack workspace we made when we both started working from home.
Oh my God.
Emily. I want you guys to have twins named Ruckus and Mayhem.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Darling versus Bull, it's Bull.
Yeah.
Darling versus Lumbule. I
Mm.
think it's Lumbule.
Yeah.
Darling versus Bobbin. It's Bobbin.
Robin.
Darling versus Luster.
Uh, Luster.
Darling versus Widkinston.
Woodkinston.
Darling versus Coronet.
Coronet.
Darling versus Imposter.
Imposter.
Darling versus Baguette.
Baguette.
Darling versus Bellagrock.
No strong opinion.
I'm gonna do
Make
Bellagrock.
me Bellagrock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Darling versus Wick. I like Wick.
Mm-hmm.
Darling versus Espeon.
Espeon.
No, let's do. We gotta get Darling out of here.
Okay, you cannot vote against Espeon. Are you kidding?
I can and will.
No.
Can you tell me Espeon's great features?
Espeon is a beautiful chestnut who has evolution energy.
Why did we name this? I think we broke the Pokemon barrier for a single name, and it's
and it was Espeon.
Why?
I don't know, but I love it.
Okay. Darling versus Aluminum. Okay, this is Darling.
No, you really? Are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
Why?
Aluminum? Why did we name the horse Aluminum?
Because it's funny?
It's mid.
I love aluminum.
Like to chew on?
No, the horse.
See, forgettable as a horse. That's exactly what I'm saying.
No.
Send it to the chat. Darling or Aluminum?
Come on, chat. Pull through for me here.
Wow.
Leo is bullying me. And
I'm
they
not
have the
bullying
mouse.
you.
I have no power here.
This has nothing to do with you. This is about Darling and Aluminum. Francis says Darling.
Fuck, Francis?
Francis is right.
I can't believe this.
Emma says
one of my college's most prominent alumni is famous for aluminum discoveries, so I'm gonna have to go aluminum.
I'm sorry, did you mean one of your college's most prominent alumni?
My boyfriend is voting with you, and your girlfriend is voting with me. So much for relationship loyalty, but thank you, Emma.
Emily says, I feel so bad for Dr. Casper Darling. Okay, that sounds like Darling to me.
I can't believe this.
Here.
Where's Nat?
Well, you sound so fucking whiny right now. We're gonna roll a die.
No, I want us to make a proper decision.
If the chat made a proper decision, you're the one
fact
whining
that
about it.
Aluminum
You're
is
the one,
superior.
You're the one. Where's Nat? We need another vote.
My God.
So am I clicking on Darling right now, or are we rolling a die?
You're rolling a die.
Okay.
Odd for aluminum.
Oh, they don't have a D.
Wait, Nat says, hang on, wait.
Fuck. Okay, so that brings us back to a tie.
Please. Why do you didn't care about Darling for all those previous battles, and I feel like your decision now is only based on like we voted other things over it too many times, but that's just the truth. That's just how we felt. We don't have to go against our feelings to make things
No, I
more
know, but we presumably,
fair.
why did we name Darling Darling? We must have named Darling Darling for a reason. And like,
Because yeah,
aluminum
we've
doesn't
talked
speak
about
to
this
me.
before. I just
Listen,
don't.
we can save right here and start fresh with it next
I
time
like,
and see how
okay,
we feel.
aluminum to me is like Tupperware to you.
Mhm. Okay.
That's how I feel about that name.
Okay. But Tupperware relates to the horse because its white tail is yellowing like Tupperware does. How does aluminum relate to this horse?
I don't know. It's lighter than other metals.
Okay,
Maybe there's more.
that clinched me for
Maybe.
darling again.
Oh my God. Ugh.
I have to put my hoof down here.
Yeah, but why do you get to put your hoof down and not me mine?
Because I got the clicker.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's not fair.
Okay. Okay, you really want to go to bat that bad for aluminum.
Yes.
Okay. I
Thank
don't
you.
understand. And you're gonna vote aluminum down like next episode and not remember this. But Darling versus Brayno.
Historically, we have, even though Brayno is not Brago,
Yeah, it's
he
but
is
Aragorn
tended by
interaction
Aragorn.
points. Yeah.
Yes.
Darling versus Amber.
I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care here either.
Oh my God.
It's Darling.
Amber then.
No, no. Pecan versus Amber. It's Pecan.
Con.
11 C's versus Amber.
Hmm.
Maybe 11 C's.
Okay.
Kindling versus Amber.
Kindling.
Tourmaline versus Amber. I think Tourmaline.
Tourmaline.
Snow Pea versus Amber.
Snow Pea.
Impatient versus Amber.
Probably impatient.
Yeah. Dill versus Amber. No contest.
Dill.
Haft versus Amber.
Haft.
Smackerel versus Amber.
Smackerel.
Yeah. Mud versus Amber.
Mud.
Mud. Rude Labor versus Amber. Rude Labor.
Ooh. Yeah. One of the few upvotes.
Crunch versus Amber.
Crunch.
Hemlock versus Amber. Baby, it's
Hemlock.
baby. I forgot it's baby. Baby was striped. Rohirrim versus Amber. I think it's Rohirrim for me.
Sure.
Barley versus Amber.
Barley.
Maple versus Amber.
Maybe maple.
Yeah.
But
I think I'm leaning maple slightly.
Here.
Steno versus Amber.
Maybe
Let's
Amber here.
Yeah. Steno versus Isildur's horse.
Oh man. Steno.
Okay, let's go to 2200, which is in 5 battles, and then we'll call it for the day.
Okay. Great.
Thorn versus Isildur's horse, the first horse on the podcast about naming horses.
Thorn.
That we named Isildur's horse.
Look, they gave us nothing with that horse.
And we gave them nothing right back.
Yep.
Lily Lips versus Isildur's horse. I do like Lily Lips.
Yeah.
Calico versus Isildur's horse.
Probably Calico.
bigger fight about aluminum versus Starling than it was an equal fight that we had with Braco and Bill the Pony for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
Forrest or Isildur's horse?
Forest.
Brand versus Isildur's horse.
Brand.
Liver.
Liver.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, okay. And then we're done. Save.
Okay.
All right. Thank you for coming today. We're closer. We're getting there.
We made it an entire 5%.
Yeah, we did good. We're almost at the end of the next time. We'll be three-fourths of the way there.
Wow.
So soon.
Okay, we will be streaming Nancy Drew this Thursday. We will not be horse ranking next Sunday.
Yes.
That's all.
Yes. Or the weekend after that.
Right.
So maybe we'll find an alternate time, or barring that, we'll be back the first weekend in February.
Yeah. Yeah. Once again, I am Wesley. You can find me on Twitter at Joey the Prince or co-host at Horse-Archivist. Joining me, my rival in horse naming is
Leo. You can find me on Twitter and co-host at Chlo and Behold. Thank you for coming and listening to this just like utter fucking nonsense, and for chiming in with your own opinions when it most matters, sometimes at the buzzer.
Yep.
We'll see you next time. Stay horsey.
Bye.